Hi guys, check this out. I'm having a conversation with a person a few weeks ago, right? And I told them that they had a tire that was low on air on their car. This tire also needed to be replaced. It wasn't completely bald, but the shoulders were worn out pretty well. So the tire had 20 psi of pressure in it, right? So I went to raise the tire pressure and they told me to stop, don't put air in the tire because every time they put air in the tire, it pops. And I said, really? They said, yeah, when you run when you run a lot of air in it, it makes the tire pop. I explained to them that when you riding around with your tire at 20 pounds of pressure, it builds up heat. It wears the tire out a lot quicker than if you ran it at 30 psi or 35 or whatever the tire is supposed to run on. As a matter of fact, might explain why the shoulder of her tire was worn out so badly, and yet the center part of the tire had had tread, because she's riding around with the tire underinflated and is wearing off the shoulder of the tire. This person also told me some years ago, I was riding with them and they was going nothing but back roads. We was going somewhere. Just everywhere they went, they were back road. I'm like, have you ever heard of driving on the highway? And they tell me that my car, it was a Toyota. They said my Toyota burned less gas in the city than it does on the highway. And I said, who the hell told you that? This person told me their uncle worked for a Toyota dealership. He's a technician. And he told them that Toyotas were not made like normal cars. They burn less gas in the city than they do on the highway. And the first thing came to mind was, this person must have gotten it confused with a hybrid. And their car wasn't a hybrid. It was nowhere near a hybrid. But I tried to explain that to the person, and they told me that they believed their uncle because their uncle was a technician. So either their uncle is stupid, what was stupid, or he got it confused with a hybrid, or they got it confused with a hybrid. The point is, somebody confused. But whatever, man. There's so many things I've heard through the years people say that was really, really stupid, and you could not change their mind. I knew a lady once told me that her car burns a lot of gas when she runs the heater, so she don't run the heater much. And I'm like, are you sure you got that confused with the air conditioning? She said, no, it takes fuel to make the heater work. Again, I tried to explain to her that the heat runs off hot water. Your engine automatically makes hot water, so you're not burning extra fuel to run the heater. But again, this particular person said that they seen the gas hand. The gas hand drops when they turn the heat up high. Back before stop start came out, I worked with a certain female, right? It doesn't matter what race the female is. It doesn't matter. I shouldn't even bring it up because it doesn't matter. But anyway, I work with this female, and she used to leave her company vehicle running all the time. And I asked her one time, why you leave your truck? It was a pickup truck. Why you leave your pickup truck running? And she said, because it burns less gas if you leave it running than if you keep cranking it up, cutting it off. And I'm like, how you figure that? And she said, because it takes more fuel to get the engine running than if you just leave it running. And I said, you know your truck has electric fuel pump, right? And she go, yeah. And I'm like, well, when your engine is running, the fuel pump is pumping fuel. When the engine is not running, the fuel pump is not pumping fuel. So how can you say leaving the engine running burn less fuel? And she said, well, oh, my uncle, he's a technician and he's a mechanic and he know and he told me this and I believe him. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. You know, I knew an older man used to ride around in the slow S10 with his tailgate down. A lot of people in the old days used to ride around with the tailgate down because they thought the truck burned less fuel. I mean, they thought the truck burnt less fuel with riding with the tailgate down. And I kind of believed it until I saw something on the magazine where they did some tests and they were saying that a pickup box, the bed, something about it creates low pressure. So when the tailgate is up, it's really not creating resistance because there's low pressure in that area. In other words, air goes over the damn bed. It don't hit the back of the door. And I'm like, nah, okay, you can't believe everything you read online, but it made sense to me. That ain't like if you can put paper in the bed of a truck. Now, yeah, most of the time the paper will fly out, but a lot of times the paper will sit there and tumble. Sometimes it'll tumble around in the bed before it flies out. But anyway, man, it just tripped me out through the years. I've heard all kind of dumb stuff people said, you know. I can't think of any more right now, but those are a few things I've heard people say. What is that? No one. Oh, guess it's the refrigerator. But anyway, that's all I got to say on this subject. Dre, I can't think of anything else. Y'all have a good day. Bye.